Picture a chart-topping mogul who can fly friends to private islands at dawn, yet tonight he sits in a Manhattan courtroom facing a possible life sentence. Prosecutors insist those jets, jewels, and limitless party budgets weren't just perks. They were tools of control, and at the heart of their case is one witness known only as Jane, whose 8 days on the stand may decide whether lavish intimacy crosses the line into federal crime. 12 strangers will now decide, was it free-spirited indulgence or an invisible cage? And if a billionaire's charisma can blur that line, what chance does anyone else have to keep their own? Drop your prediction below: acquittal, hung jury, or headlines that end a legend. And hit subscribe so you don't miss the verdict when it lands. Legal analysts warn the verdict could redraw boundaries for influencer excess. When does gifting, travel, or high-octane intimacy mutate into federal wrongdoing? Whatever 12 jurors decide, industry powerhouses are watching and recalculating. Adding suspense, the judge has yet to rule on a challenge to one juror's residency, meaning deliberations could still be upended mid-trial. Experts are split. Some say ongoing financial ties dilute her credibility. Others argue they underscore the very influence the racketeering statute was designed to expose. A media frenzy followed. Late-night comics riffed on lubricant logistics, while legal experts warned jurors could see the stash as lurid but legally irrelevant. Still, Jane testified that the bottles symbolized endless sessions she could not decline. A seasoned defense lawyer later told reporters this narrative cuts both ways, arguing jurors might question why she returned if fear truly dominated the relationship. Legal analysts point out that her description mirrors earlier civil allegations by singer Cassie Ventura, forming what prosecutors call a pattern of manipulation. Meanwhile, defense attorneys counter that opulent parties, even extreme ones, are not automatically criminal. Jane says that shortly after meeting the megastar, she was escorted into an invitation-only world of marathon, hotel nights, multi-day retreats where carefully selected companions entertained the host while he observed. The longest, over New Year's 2022, spanned 3 dawn-to-dawn cycles and involved several rotating guests. When a friend asked why she stayed, Jane texted, "I feel like a professional in my own relationship." Yet according to Jane, extravagance soon morphed into outright intimidation. Everything shifted, Jane recalls, after security footage of a 2016 incident involving Cassie aired nationwide. She testifies that the artist plunged into damage control mode, holding late-night meetings with relatives and advisors inside his LA home. Within weeks, Jane alleges, disagreements at her own house escalated, doors kicked open, belongings smashed, and a chokehold that left her gasping. In court, she described running 6 city blocks barefoot, hiding for hours, and returning only to face more confrontation. But the most eye-catching evidence, critics say, wasn't bruises or texts. It was bottles, thousands of them. During March 2025, raids on homes in Miami and Los Angeles, federal agents cataloged over 1,000 containers of baby oil and related products, alongside prescription pills, cannabis vapes, and 2 unregistered firearms. Prosecutors displayed photos in court, claiming the supplies were part of an elaborate scheme of intimate exploitation. The defense mocked the exhibit as Costco-sized self-care. Yet money, not moisturizer, became the next flashpoint. Under cross-examination, Jane confirmed the defendant still covers her rent and legal fees. The defense painted the payments as benevolent. Prosecutors called them a velvet-covered leash. Former federal prosecutors acknowledged the arrangement as common, but said it can look suspicious to everyday jurors, hinting at hidden strings. In a viral courtroom clash, defense attorney Tenny Geragos grilled Jane about luxury purses allegedly gifted to other women. Jane snapped, "How much does my body cost?" a retort that drew gasps and a brief recess. Social feeds exploded with hashtags debating gold digging versus gaslighting, while commentators noted the exchange might either humanize Jane or cast her as vindictive. And outside the courthouse, the celebrity circus only grew. Formerly Kanye West made a surprise appearance at the courthouse, declaring he was here for my brother. Meanwhile, the defendant's sons posted Father's Day tributes, and commentators from podcasts to Reddit argued whether public loyalty sways juries. Behind closed doors, more witnesses, former assistant Mia, ex-CFO Derek Ferguson, even rapper Kid Cudi, added color to an already crowded narrative. Yet the real decision rests on a single legal question. 5 counts hang in the balance: racketeering conspiracy, intimate exploitation trafficking, obstruction, and related finance charges. Prosecutors say wealth-enabled coercion. The defense counters that adults pursued unconventional lifestyles by choice. Observers summarize the dilemma: the conduct isn't in dispute, only whether it's criminal. Which brings us to the moment of truth. For 3 decades, the defendant turned desire into an empire. Songs, fashion, vodka, reality TV, and enough private jets to make Monday feel like Saturday. Jane's testimony insists that the same empire crushed her independence. The defense claims she willingly joined an adults-only fantasy,